Hello and happy Friday Eve from Radically Rational and radicallyrational.com. Ready to go. That's how Patrick Mahomes describes his playing status for Sunday's AFC Championship game as he battles that high ankle sprain. I have no doubt that Mahomes will go. He's a gamer. We're just going to have to find out how effective and how mobile he is, and nobody will know that until the game starts. So that means, among other things, that Bengals defensive coordinator Lou Anarumo is going to have to prepare two defensive game plans. One, if Mahomes is able to get outside the pocket, and the other one, if he's just stationary, like a statue. But here's the thing, though. Anarumo and the Bengals have the most adaptable defense in the NFL. Like a good jazz combo, they can play it in any key. I don't know if they can stop Kansas City, but I do know they'll be fully prepared to stop Kansas City because everybody on that Bengal defense, starters and reserves, has an enormous football IQ, and that's why it works. The Niners say they're going to let the process play out with respect to their defensive lineman, Charles Omenihu. You remember on Monday, he was arrested on suspicion for misdemeanor domestic violence charges after an altercation with his girlfriend. So they say they're going to let the process play out. Let me translate that for you. He will play on Sunday in the NFC game against the Eagles. All right, we're already seeing some fallout with the Cowboys following that loss to the Niners. Cowboys linebackers coach George Edwards will not be back next season, nor will running backs coach Skip Peete. So we've seen the dominoes start to fall. We'll see where it goes. NFL MVP, you can't go wrong with Mahomes, but I'm going to ride with Jalen Hurts. He's been that big a difference maker. Okay, so Trump is coming back to Facebook. Fine. I got no problem with that whatsoever. Absolutely fine. But here's the deal. He's cool until and unless he incites violence again or starts spewing demonstrable lies again, in which case you just cool his orange ass again. See, this is very simple. And don't tell me this is a free speech issue. This has nothing to do with free speech. Free speech is not a license to lie, and especially not on somebody else's private property. And speaking of liars, George Santos now says not only was he the victim of an attempted assassination, but that he was, in fact, assassinated. But, it got better. All right, so Ron DeSantis' war on American history, and that's what it is, it's not only a distortion, it's an erasure. And it's scandalous. Now, not that there was ever a doubt if you've tracked this, but this whole right-wing lunacy, insanity, tsunami, from the jump, this has been about nothing other than blatant racism, white supremacy, and fear of white replacement. And these people, they bluster, they tell you they're tough guys. They're really little wusses. And they're afraid of everything. Everything they do is driven by fear. In many respects, I think that DeSantis is even a bigger threat to American democracy than Trump. If for no other reason, Ronnie has 80 IQ points on Donald Trump. Of course, so does your average throw pillow. So these school administrators knew that a 6-year-old kid had been bringing a gun to school and they did nothing. What are you going to do? Cast this as a Second Amendment rights issue for a 6-year-old? In the meantime, a dedicated and innocent teacher takes a bullet to the chest. Well, I guess this is just the price we pay for freedom. And yes, you do sound every bit that stupid when you make that argument. Do I back the blue? Yeah, I back the blue. I absolutely back the blue. I back the blue when the blue is right. I back the blue when the blue operates with integrity under the law and serves citizens and does the right thing and tells the truth. Now, do I back the blue so much when they spend 3.5 minutes beating an apparently completely innocent man to death? No, see, under those circumstances, not so much. When that happens, I really don't back the blue. Do you think my position is irrational? You know better than that. We are radically rational.